Welcome into beautiful Shady Oaks for the St. Patty's Classic. I'm Ian Anderson, joined by my man Corey Merle, and talk about this lead card we got for round 2.
Oh, dude, we've got a set of local shredders here. Mike Sale, Tristen Cook, Brian Dyrdahl, and Jacob Blair. He's made coverage a lot here in Northern California area, so excited to see these guys shredded up on, Shady Oaks, Sacramento. This is NorCal Disc Golf, baby.
Oh, you love it. Talk about hole 1 here.
Hole 1, stepping to the tee. The tee sign says 335 if you're there in person. This is a slightly moved back tee. 365 feet. The play here is a gentle force over if you've got it that rides to the right a little bit and then just skips back on this hard pan Northern California fairway here. We'll see Mike Sale. Let's get started here. Hot.
Holder of many world records, Corey.
Oh, multiple. And anyone who holds multiple world records, that's the real deal. It almost feels tired talking about him at this point, but
I know.
It's still there.
It is, and so is that disc. Parked bullseye.
Yeah, excited to see Mike throwing DD again. You know, some players left last year. He was excited to throw the logo on the back again, though.
Heck yeah. Not a bad forehand there.
Yep, Tristen is going to be our resident sidearm guy on the group out at Grass Valley. I know him from playing NorCal Team Challenge, so good dude, great player, good times.
Brian Dyrdahl getting off a nice swing and bringing up the last of the crew, Jacob Blair.
Yeah, I was going to say the floating hand there for a second, but Jacob Blair out of the Santa Cruz area. A lot of fun. Pretty much see him at every Northern California tournament, or at least all the big ones.
Nice. The forehand leaves you a long look, Corey.
It's true. It's not the preferred play, but it definitely is good about just getting it up the fairway.
Yeah, Cook almost makes it work. Wow.
Just stays out of the water feature there.
Dyrdahl, a little bit closer for his bid.
You know what, Ian? It's tough to make putts on the first hole. It's even tougher on camera when you're generally not used to it.
Yeah, true words, Corey. True words. Did Blair go to Cal Poly like me?
I believe so.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to be a fan. You're going to have a fan.
Absolutely. He's on the pole. Perfect putt to start the day. Avoids the moat nicely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, OB this close to the basket, you hate to see it. No, so the AM weekend was a week before, and apparently they just got obliterated with rain.
No.
So, exactly. Forecast is looking good. Maybe some sprinkles here and there, but we were all thanking our lucky stars it wasn't the week before.
Preach. There's a nice drop-in birdie from Sale to start his round 2. Try to hold off the crew. And we are looking at 2, Corey.
Hole 2, blind shot off the tee. A little bit tough to get your distance correct, but once you play it a few times, you kind of have your aim point picked out, whether you're sidearm dominant, backhand dominant. Either one plays pretty well. It's going to have to be a straight shot for a long time without an aggressive finish, either way you throw it.
Okay. See what Sale has for us, going forehand this time.
I like the sidearm play. Biasy aside, I think there's a lot of room to work off to that left side. Obviously, Sale here not utilizing all that room, but, rough shot still leaves him with a chance.
Yeah. This green provides for Sisyphus opportunities going back and forth on that that raised pin.
So true.
We'll see what happens. Blair.
I see more birdies with this backhand shot, and I don't know if that's because more people throw it or it's maybe the preferred shot, but a great shot right inside the circle.
Mm-hmm. Cook.
Sidearm guy, long hair, up in a bun. I mean, I can't not like the guy.
Strong Merle vibes. Yeah, that's not bad at all. He's got to look for 2 as well. Let's see what Dyrdahl has for us. Also, the sidearm.
Yeah, he's got both games. Kind of pumps them out, both sidearms and backhands out there. Pretty well-rounded player.
Nice. That looked pretty nice.
It looked pretty nice. And shouts to Ryan LaRue on our second cam. You can see him there off to the right. First time filming catch cam with us. Excited to have him back out, though.
Awesome.
Yeah, really into it, and hopefully be at more events.
Still giving that a bid. Blows it long. He'll have that comebacker for par. Cook looking at his birdie.
Good stay, though. Up on the top shelf.
Yeah, true. Blair. This will grab a share of the lead with Sale. Solid, Corey.
Good putt. He's just got such a consistent stroke. Really good about just not overshooting them, but putting like just the right amount of pace on the spin putt. It's fun to watch.
Nice birdie by Dyrdahl as well. Let's see if Sale can clean up par. That didn't go too far.
Yeah, you mentioned the Sisyphus opportunities. I don't know what it is about this. Like, maybe it's the wide base, but it doesn't seem as imposing as some of the other raised baskets we've seen.
Yeah, I can see that. Sale slides it in nicely. Clean up par, and Cook will do the same with his drop in.
Definitely one of the signature greens on the course, though. Something you remember thinking back on the course after you play it.
Yeah, it always pops out at me. We are looking at 3. What's our pro play, Merle?
Whew. So pro play depends on exactly how pro you are. If you've got the big time sidearm, I think that's the ideal play. Throw it where the drone is flying now up over these trees, but you can see that out of bounds you really are risking. If you don't have a solid like lefty backhand, righty sidearm, then there is a like tight cut Annie kind of shot. Risky. You don't see a ton of people throwing it, but the people that do generally have it dialed.
Blair goes forehand. Have I seen rollers on this one too, Corey?
Honestly, maybe in the other pin position. There's a pin position higher on the hill.
Blair sticks it OB.
So close.
We'll see how close he is for that par putt. Dyrdahl. Also going over the top.
Yeah, I like the play. You can choose to be as aggressive as you want. These guys choosing to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. Just inbounds. Sale.
He's got legitimately a world-class sidearm. I know that second hole didn't display it, but the amount of power, the shapes he can throw on it, very impressive.
The backhand is no slouch either.
No. I mean, he's a fantastic golfer. World-class backhand sidearm. He's great.
Cook. Your forehand specialist. Can he show it here? Not quite.
Not quite. Tristen definitely plays a more finessey sidearm game. He throws a wraith for a lot of his long-distance shots. Unique.
Yeah. Long look for Cook. Got to be worried about that OB a little bit. Looks like he was, Corey.
Yeah, I mean, it's with his putt, too, kind of coming down on Heiser, really easy chance to roll. Now, the group was a little bit indecisive. If you remember from... Good putt for par there. If you remember from the drone flyover, there's that little inlet of inbounds.
Yeah.
They ended up giving them the spot there. It was hard to say where he crossed.
Yeah, that's fair. And nice putts by the gents there. Blair and Dyrdahl grabbing par and birdie, respectively.
Ian, has there ever been a more like fireman-looking human being than Brian Dyrdahl?
He's right there, man. Is he a fireman?
Seriously. I don't even know, but it feels like he wouldn't even have to go to school for it. Like, they just hired him.
I'm with you. Sale gets in the birdie. 2 for 3 start for Blair and Sale.
You want to score on these first handful of holes. Some of the holes in the middle, but especially down the stretch are some really difficult birdies. Hole 4, this one is tricky. Those moats or the creek you saw originally are all out of bounds, so you got to clear a little bit of an out of bounds to even get to the fairway. Then, really the purest shot is this left to right throw that the drone just went on. Most of the players, though, are going to be throwing the backhand, like mid-range, up the middle. If you hit a tree, dang. If you don't, you're in birdie range.
Dyrdahl. Going the Heiser flip up the gut. I think he likes that, right?
I think he loves that. I mean, any shot that gets up onto this plateau is solid. Again, this shot from Sale is utilizing maybe the most pure line to the basket, but not a lot of people have this 270-foot touchy sidearm. It's not really a driver shot at all.
Yeah, it's got to slow down quick, doesn't it?
Yes.
Blair. Ooh.
But that's the risk you take,
Yeah, sure. Tough to miss them all on this one. We'll see a backhand from Cook, Corey.
He's been working on it lately, I guess. We were talking a little bit, Ooh,
okay.
Flippy.
Okay. Let's go, buddy.
Nice shot. Most of the people that saw him playing were kind of shocked to see him throwing some backhands.
Really?
But yeah, I think it's one of those things where he's just committing to it, And you have to at some point.
Yeah, you definitely do. Those tendons wear out in your arm eventually for the forehand, man.
Don't tell me that, man. I'm still riding high off elasticity.
But I had a really interesting conversation with the Pro Tour Seth Muncy about the forehand throw. It was very illuminating.
I believe we'll tease that up for later.
Yeah. Oh, nice putt by Dyrdahl.
Good
two.
putt. Yes. So there is OB, a little bit of a ways down that hill, but it's not a perfectly safe putt.
Cook. Closest to pin off the tee. Can he capitalize? You betcha.
Yeah, go Tristen.
I really like his putt. Like, not a lot of moving parts, simple up-down stroke, get it in the pin.
Yeah. Does the job. That gets Cook on the board after 3 pars. Sail. That'll be a par after his tree hit off the tee.
Yeah, definitely a tough sidearm line.
That's Blair cleaning up his par.
Shouts to Jacob Blair, now that not to cut you off, for wearing the Top World Disc Golf hat. Keenan out in
nice.
Santa Cruz.
Heck yeah. Look at a 5, Merle.
Ooh, 5's a doozy. I mentioned that on the first 4 you might want to score. On this one, it's just get out with a par, I think. That creek that the drone just flew over is out of bounds, painted with white, kind of marking paint. But the true shot, really, to get into the green is that big, tall, turning backhand, but with flex at the end. It's not a pure turnover.
Wow. That's a touchy shot. Dyrdahl go for the hyzer flip.
It's got the action on it.
It sure does. Oh, my goodness.
432, dude. That's sick.
Really? Wow. That was impressive. Cook. Can he match it with the opposite spin?
You can see there's plenty of room to get that sidearm up and moving, but getting it past that bush, there's a couple of bushes right there. Getting it inside of that is just, I don't know, super pro.
Sail has all the arm you'd need on this one. Not getting that flex, is he, Corey?
Was just going to say it. It didn't
Yeah.
seem like it was going to bite back, but he is safely over the ravine. Should be a par.
Jacob.
Ooh, this looks a little early on the turn. Unfortunately, hits the overhanging branch there, but
Man,
into Threeville.
That's a tight line, and it's tight late, too.
You can see from this angle just the
Yeah.
20-foot wide, 10-foot tall window you got to hit.
Sail's got a tough look. Needs to keep this low. That wasn't low, Mike.
Was it trying to go over the branch under? He knows it was silly.
I think he was trying to spin it under. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cook. Honest effort.
But that cross branch, like, to be 50 feet, that cross branch really holds back the aggressive or the not so aggressive bids.
Can Sail clean up par? Barely, but he does.
Sneak it in.
Sail's a good hang, too, man. He's a good guy to have on a card.
He is, honestly. And we were all at Jeff Faze's house. Loyal fans of Central Coast will know who Jeff Faze is, but he has moved up to Sacramento area about 10 minutes from the course. So
oh, no kidding.
We had a great group of SF golfers. Me and Ryan staying at the house. Jeff and Allie and Zucchini, their dog, hosting us. So it was just really a super fun weekend, all golf aside.
Oh, too cool. I watched Red Zone with Allie during the safari one time. Bring it back up. It was so slow.
Yo, she's awesome, man.
She is,
Texas
dude.
A&M alum. So if the Aggies are on, she's going nuts.
Yeah, there's a football fan in that family, but it's not Jeff.
Seriously.
Hole 6. What are we doing, Corey?
Oh, we are throwing an extremely bladed hyzer shot. Par 3, 276 feet, so it's not an overwhelming distance, but you can see this ledged kind of terraced green. I was talking to some of the locals. Nobody's ever seen anybody skip it up onto this. So that just tells you how far left the disc needs to go.
Gotcha. Dyrdahl on a heater, 4 in a row. Can he keep it going?
Yeah, a little too far inside.
Gotcha.
It's got to be like have a little bit of straight in it, but the overstability at the end really needs to knife it left.
Cook swings it in. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great shot. Yeah, it's hard to really ask for much more than that.
Sail. I looked wide. Is it coming in?
Look, it was.
It tried. That's a long look. At least a green light, though, with the uphill bid.
Totally. That's the beauty of the hole, right? Is you can kind of just give it a go from more or less anywhere.
Can Blair swing it over? Ooh.
Yes, love that.
Over to Dyrdahl. Give it a little forehand bid. Wow.
Oof.
That was good.
Close. Man after my own heart with the soft putter sidearm.
Sail in circle 2. Yep. Again, it gives it the green light, but can't find chains. Can Cook. Off the lead by 2 now. There it is again, Corey.
Good putt, right in the heart. Man, for 276 feet though, like kind of feels like a bonus birdie, which is wild to say.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a lot late you need to miss to get there. Blair went a little bit long, coming back for 2. A rare
A little
miss in
sloppy
the
with the
circle.
putt. Yeah. Well, cleaning up. You know, we are in Sacramento, so while these guys are jockeying for position amongst themselves, you know, there are a few players in the field who are known to shred. So even though these guys may be like tying up with themselves, you're always kind of playing against the specter of Josh Anthon or, you know, several other Sacramento just rippers.
Oh, I remember this one, Corey. It's a cool hole.
This to me is my favorite hole on the course. It might not be the actual hardest hole, but it just feels like such a pure disc golf shot. Gentle, uncurling, righty backhand hyzer. Most of the players at this level are going to be throwing mid-range. Maybe if you're an AM1, AM2 level, you're throwing a fairway or, you know, maybe like a flippy wraith or something. But just a beautiful, true disc golf hole.
It's just that tunnel fairway the entire way. It's so
Yep.
cool. Cook, a little early. Can it work? Yeah. That was pretty cool.
That's kind of the safety net of the hole, right? That little slope off to the left.
Dyrdahl. He's going to need that safety net as well. Does not beat the corner. That tree has taken some punishment, dude.
You
Good
can tell
Lord.
it's 30 years of shorted off hyzers.
Yeah, it's defining that corner well. Sail. An absolute gem from Mike.
Perfect shot with his trust.
Yeah, just how you draw it up. Blair.
Yeah. Looking good. Looking strong. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little, huh? Ooh. Probably rumbled out into circle 2, maybe even there. Dyrdahl has to pitch up after the corner hit. He does that nicely, though.
Easy peasy. Yep.
Blair went long, coming back for that birdie.
Tricky lie with the putt, too.
Oh, it is a little funny, huh?
Yeah,
Hearted.
good hit. Man, those Santa Cruzers, dude, they're just good. Like, all of them. It's crazy.
It is, right? You know, they kind of learned to play disc golf on an F1 track.
See, I know, and it's like iron sharpening iron. You know, you
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
6, 8, 10 just really good golfers that are all trying to beat each other all the time. It's going to create a good culture of winning.
And when you miss putts at Dyrdahl, you might have a 100-foot comebacker.
You have to be a good putter at Daylight, no question.
Yeah. And that's a par there in for Dyrdahl. We got a tie at the top now. Yeah, 2 11s with Cook and Dyrdahl. Blair and Sail just one back, although Sail's about to close that gap.
Yes, sir.
Drops in the birdie. And then number 3. Wow, what a battle here on the lead card.
I mean, it's one of those courses, right? It's the score separation. Like, there's not these big blow-up holes, so it's just kind of going to be a dogfight to the end regardless.
Ooh, the Peninsula Green. This one's nasty, Corey.
This is my favorite, my least favorite, right in the middle. I don't even know how I feel on the hole. 257 feet. Really, there's 2 ways of playing it. You throw the big spiky hyzer and hope that you land with a forgiving green, or you just chip up right to the edge or right to the corner, lay up on a 250 hole and move on to the next one.
Yeah. Cook is challenging the green, and looks like he won that challenge. My
Yeah,
goodness.
that's nice.
Yes, part. Sail can hop on those vapor trails.
Going to the faster disc.
Spikes it on the line.
Barely inbounds.
Ooh, you love it. Blair.
You can see kind of how these guys are really trying to saw it off. That one obviously too sawn off, but you really have to cheat it in.
It's such an uncomfortable shot for me anyway, a big forehand spiking hyzer.
I mean, Ian, I think if you're playing this, you're just chipping up to the edge, moving on, and moving the other 17 or 22, however you're playing.
Truth there, buddy. Blair, circle 2 for 2. He wants nothing doing.
No.
Not much on the backside there.
No, not much room. I mean, pretty much right after those trees, the ravine drops off. So, 15, 18 feet.
Quality birdie from Mike Sale.
So Mike actually got the red flag off the tee. So there was a little huffy puffy.
Oh.
But it's one of those things you walk up. Yes, take advantage of it though.
Yeah, there you go. Dyrdahl, another birdie. This man is shooting flames on the front. Cook also matching the birdie. After a bit of a slow start, he's warmed up nicely. 3 in a row and 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, a lot of green on the front 9 scorecard here.
Yeah. Blair gets in the par, and we're on to our hole 9.
So a bit of a soft par 4 here. One of 2 par 4s on today's 23-hole layout. But there's almost no way of getting a chance at 2. You want to throw a big sidearm out this window, or even just a straight mid-range, because this next shot is pretty short and manageable no matter which way you want to play it. OB on the path to your right and beyond, so that's pretty much the only danger to think about on the second shot. But really, number 1 priority is just get a clean tee shot, because if you kick off to the right, you're cooked, and not Tristen Cook.
Speaking of the man.
Classic. Traditional.
You don't think you can get a flex backhand there, Corey?
I don't want to foreshadow anything, but I'm not going to rule any. But it doesn't seem like most mere mortals would be able to.
All right, okay. Sale does the same as Cook, puts it right there for should be an easy up and down birdie.
Really, the problem with the backhand is you have to take the inside gap on this tree, and the right edge pokes out so far that it's a friggin' mail slot to try and get something in there and turning right.
Gotcha. Dyrdahl got away with that one, Corey.
He did. Pulled it a little, but the margin for error is pretty large on the left side.
Yeah, it seems like it. Blair, he will hang out with Mike Sale over there.
Yep. Sidearm boys all the way to the right.
Yep. Dyrdahl into his second.
You don't love having to throw a blind hyzer here, but boom.
Yeah.
Hard to mess that one up.
Over to Blair.
This is a man who plays Daylaw. See how straight into the ground he just threw that?
Yeah, totally. Hard pan all day.
That man knows hard pan.
Uh-huh. Cook.
Not a great shot, but it works.
Yeah. Sale is a long look at eagle, but he tosses it over for an easy birdie. Cook for 3. There we go. Does it again.
Good extension on the hand, too. I really like how he, you could slow that one down, freeze frame it, and his palm is up after release.
Nice. That's 4 in a row to get off the front 9. There's Sale grabbing his birdie. Should be looking at a star frame here shortly.
Yeah, that as is tradition on this hole. It takes a pretty big mistake on either the first or second shot to not get your birdie. Just is what it is. In last year, they actually combined hole 9 and this hole we'll see next, hole 10. I think that's the better option. If I was to TD the tournament, I'd probably just do that, go 22 holes if you have to.
Okay.
But here we are, hole 10, 225 feet. It's just a bunch of trees to navigate off the top, right?
Yeah.
A myriad of little gaps to choose from. Some people are going to go all the way over the top of the trees. That seems just insanity to me, but it somehow works out. Most of the players are going to be throwing this up the gut flex shot, though.
Oh, Cook did not put enough turn on that one. Goes left in OB. He'll have a chance at par, though. Not too far.
That's if the hole really does feel like a 3 or a 4, because if you're going OB, it's likely going to be right around the basket.
Yeah. Ooh, not a good one from Sales. That one never came back.
No.
Long look at birdie. Dyrdahl, is he going over the top?
I think we might see it.
Cool.
That's all I can say. Cool.
Yeah.
Something I would never opt for. Ah.
Yeah. Out of bounds. Blair.
Hey, I caddied for FaZe in the morning, and he parked it. So
Did he? Okay, it's
over
doable.
the top. It's doable.
Nice. Can Blair grab a stroke plus on the card? He's got to have a chance, although that tree might be right in the way, man.
Just going to say it. The tree like 5 feet from the basket.
Brutal. Long look at 2 for Sale.
I don't know if you can really run this.
Got the railroad ties?
Well, the railroad tie's on the backside.
Oh, thank you, Corey. Oh, you're right.
They straight up drop. So
Oh.
there's no, yeah.
It's like an infinity pool.
Exactly.
Blair cannot capitalize on his impounds drive. This is for par.
Oh.
No. We're going to see our first blood on the card there for Dyrdahl.
Had some scraggles in his face.
See if Cook can avoid the cut. He sure can.
Good save. 3P.
Yeah.
Not many of those on the card generally. Already got 2 today, though.
Yeah, true.
Come on, Mike. Get out the way.
You're an on-camera veteran, Mike. You know what? You know.
But the thing is, there's so many different gaps you could take. I think they're discussing like what they're going to throw the next round. I might throw the sidearm. I might throw this thing. So
Okay.
it's like tradition. You get a par in here. You get to the basket. You look back and said, "How did that happen?"
Hole A, Corey.
Yeah, switching to the letter holes. This is going to be 5 temporary holes that they set up for the tournament only on this kind of the corral-based property. The first one, 321 feet. A tuttle shot off the tee over this or under the low-hanging tree, and then you're really playing it tight to the sidewalk, which is OB and beyond for the entirety of the hole. So, it's that straight T-bird shot if you've got it that has the baby finish to the left. But it's touchy. Bushes to the left, OB to the right.
Cook headed for
Difficult
those
bird.
bushes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Might find a window in there. We'll see. Sail.
I think the play is just to hammer on something medium stable and commit to hanging it over the road for part of the flight, or over the path for part of the flight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some thick rough on the left.
Mm-hmm. And the grass is thick too, so you're not getting a ton of ground skip,
Blair kind of falling off the pace a little bit. Can use a birdie here, and he will find it. Oh my goodness.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it was.
You called it.
Dyrdahl.
I like this. Committed to the right side.
Oh, that's just unlucky, man. That was a great shot.
It was. I mean, honestly, that's a birdie. That should be a birdie.
Yeah, let's see if we can make it happen anyway.
No.
Little safety squeeze gets it up there. Sail. And Mike says the same. Cook in the woods. Can he find a slot? No.
No. There was a whole lot
Wow.
of nothing back in there.
Oh, you're gonna win
And
on
an
me.
absolute dropper for Jacob Blair.
Cutting the line, Jacob. There was people that were out.
Courtesy violation.
Show some class.
Getting a stroke on the card on a pretty gettable hole, Merle.
Very gettable hole. Kind of surprised to see only one birdie, but with the OB looming to the right, I'm not that surprised people weren't really trying to bite it off. Hole B, second of the 5 temp holes here, is actually a really awesome hole. The drone is flying this low tunnel sidearm shot. Got to keep it low, but at the same time, the grass is thick, so you're not going to get that flare skip. You can throw the righty backhand shot. It's just going to be really tight to what you see is a Mando there. So, that's the risk.
A little too much turn on his forehand from Blair. He's going to leave it wide.
Path is inbounds on this one.
Okay.
Should note that is not an out of bounds shot.
Oh, that's better than I expected.
In years past, it has been OB. This year, they changed it. I don't know why, but Jacob's thankful.
Okay. Cook. Looks more online.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Stuck in nice.
Sail. Mike trying to bend that one around the tree. And almost does it.
Trying to body English it in there.
Just need a little more next time. Dyrdahl. Oh. One good skip, but that's about it. Throwing in a second, just playing for par or a throw in.
Ooh, almost kind of dunked it, but gonna have some meat on the bone there.
Sail. Speaking of meat on the bone for this birdie putt. Dude. I was with you, Mike. That looks so good.
I know. He was so ready to run that in.
Oh, we all were. Blair. Nice putt.
Huge putt. Good
Wow.
putt, Jacob.
Bonus make there. And we'll keep him tied with Cook for the moment, but I believe Cook has a birdie look coming up still.
Yeah, Tristan still hasn't putted, about 20, 21 feet from the basket, so, you know, he's in position.
Good up and down par from Dyrdahl.
Maybe less than 20 even.
This is for the outright lead on the lead card. Yes, sir. On the pole.
Hey, man, halfway through the tournament, officially at this point, and he's leading lead card. You can't ask for more than that.
Ah, love it. Is that all we got for our front, Corey?
That is front 12, back 11, odd numbers, but we're going to do it anyway.
Appreciate it, guys. That is all we got for the front. We'll catch you in the back. Thanks for watching.